Shalom, everyone. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. And today, the topic about the wicked. This is the official government website of the UK. Now we know, like, it's not a secret that the UK government is just another screwed government in the West. However, the charges they brought against Muhammad Tate, as zut upon him, when you read them, like, I was expecting that this will be what we heard before. This guy, he do sexual business. So it's very normal to be about sex and nothing but sex. And you can maybe, I'm actually surprised that they didn't mention that he don't pay his tax, because he mentioned many times by his videos that he don't pay tax. He avoid it by using many methods. But I don't see here anything about taxation, which is a big issue. But let us see what it says here. Additional to all charges about women and human trafficking, there is something here very, very, very disgusting. It's here 19 additional charges, if you see with me, for a child pornography. Child, in the UK, when you say child, that means you are talking about someone under the age of 16. Under the age of 16. Now, many, they are saying this is a girl. He filmed her, etc. One of the girls, maybe. We don't know how many. She was 14 years old. So extreme images of a child, pornography, and they have 19 evidence against him. And the issue with this, it's not only this is disgusting and this is filthy, and this guy is filthy. What doesn't make a difference for him really if she's 14 or those people, they have no ethic anyway. And he convert to Islam for a reason, because he have no ethic. There's no way a human being have ethic will convert such a garbage. Even Muhammad himself, he slept with girls, they are 6 years and maybe under. Actually, one child, she was an infant when Muhammad, he expressed his desire to F her, And we have the receipt, we have the receipt for all of this. And here it looked like they have the receipt about Muhammad and Tate, that he is like he's a prophet. He fit perfectly in the garbage of Muhammad, and looked like his brother. The charges against him is very little compared to Muhammad and Tate, which means he can solve it. If he pay the victims some money, they can drop the charges. It can look like the brother. His issue is way less dangerous than Andrew Tate. Actually, if he is convicted in UK, and the evidence against him is absolutely true, then even if he come out of jail from the UK, he will stay in jail forever in USA. In fact, that criminals don't welcome. Even criminals, they might kill you for doing child pornography. You see, those who they do things to kids, when they go to jail, this is this is a hell of a place, because even the criminals, they will not consider you a man. They will not. And most likely, those who they are sexual predators to kids, they will be dead. However, I think that the UK, when they issue like arrest to somebody in different country, especially he is a US citizen, the US court is going to examine those evidence.
Hertfordshire Major Crime Unit. In 2024, the CPS authorised 21 charges against Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate following our investigation into allegations of sexual offences dating back to 2012. Following the initial charges being authorised, we have continued to investigate further offences reported to both Bedfordshire Police and Hertfordshire Constabulary. As a result, 38 new charges in total have now been authorised against Andrew and Tristan Tate, bringing the total number of charges faced to 59. The charges relate to 7 victims spanning a period from 2010 to 2017. Our officers have worked closely with the CPS and both national and international law enforcement agencies as part of this complex investigation. I can now confirm that officers from the United States have arrested both Andrew and Tristan Tate in relation to this matter, and they are being detained pending ongoing legal proceedings. We understand the interest that this case will generate, but we would urge the public not to speculate and to allow the legal process to be carried out correctly. I want to make it clear that there is no place for male violence against women and girls in our society.
You know, the Muslims are grooming little children in the UK for the last 20 years. And let us make it clear, there is no... That's a good one. So, you know, like, there is some of what Andrew Tate he say is true, that they are targeting certain customers, you know, otherwise all of them, they are doing the same garbage. I mean, why don't go after the grooming gang? They are kidnapping girls in the middle of the day. How come only this guy, yeah? So, yes, he is a criminal, he is wicked. I'm sure that he is what he is. But I noticed right away that those people, they are more wicked than Andrew Tate too. They close their eyes on criminals around the UK, going after little girls, and they open their eye only when they want. Like, you know, we didn't see you, did we? You know? So this guy, obviously, there's no question about it. He is wicked, he is a criminal, and he's Abdul, you know? But why... You know, like what happened now exactly? They were trying actually for a while now to arrest him. It's not like something new. But again, it's the same question. Why they don't go after all the wicked people like him? How come they don't take it seriously the same they take it seriously now with him? So obviously there's a political motive behind it, but that will not defend Andrew Tate anyway, because obviously there's a lot of crimes he committed. Like, you know, when we speak about 59, let us say only 4 of them is true. I mean, let us give him the best assumption that there is 50, let us say 6 of them are fake. Only 3 of them is true. This guy is screwed, you know? Even if 3 of them is true. Because if he is convicted in the UK, which means there is enough evidence, then even if he stay in the UK, because punishment in the UK for those crimes is not the same as USA. In USA, if you have anything to do with the children's, I mean, we are talking about at least 20 years in jail. And this is if you survive jail, you know, if you survive it. So this guy is screwed. Now, the USA court, they are going to examine everything the UK they presented. And they knew, the UK for sure, that the American, they have different way to look at things. And by looking at those things, the court in USA, they will have more evidence against him, because now those evidence will be added to his file in the USA. Remember, there's some files, somebody filed a court against him for the same issues, and they are women from Florida. So now those evidence will be added to his file. So even if that case maybe was dying because he was able to pay them or do something, that case will be open again, because now the judge, this is official, the judge will look at the papers the UK they provided. So either he is going to approve sending this guy to UK, or he will say, you know what, you have no enough evidence to take him. He's an American citizen, and we will not let him go to you. Now here, we don't know if the judge will be under the influence of a Trump administration, or he will be a judge, you know, a good judge. We don't know. Because if he's under, you know, influence of politics, he might, you know, say, no, he is not really going to go. And there's no efficient evidence against him. So we will see what will happen. So if the judge in the USA approved the transaction, let us say, or transferring him, it's like a money transaction actually, for like, because many, they see him as a dollar. You know, all the interest, by the way, now is about him being a dollar. There's a dollar moving around. Even those who invite him for like interview, because they will make money from him. Just by having him in your show, you are going to make money. And by the way, I noticed something very weird about this arrest. Look at if you look at the clothing he was wearing in this arrest, this is exactly what a gay he would wear. Very tight pants, extremely tight actually. Let us go back. I mean, look at them. This is a very much gay. Look at the shoes. Look at the pant. Look at the t-shirt. He put a necklace around his neck. And look like this federal agent, he undercover, he wear like as if he's a fan of his, like he is a loser, like those losers, you know, who they are obsessed with this man. And he is like into, you know, this industry. So he was dressing some kind of a clothing. His brother, he dressed like a man. You notice the difference? His brother, he dressed like a man. Andrew Tate, he dressed exactly as a female. If I go back, I don't know if I can zoom in. Let us see. Look what he's wearing. Look at the pant. Look how tight the pant is. You see? Let us focus here. I mean, I wish I can zoom more. Maybe I need to take a screenshot. So I took a screenshot actually, so we can zoom in. And this is what you see. I'm trying to make it. I don't know if you can see with me what I'm looking at. I mean, this guy, he looked really weird. I'm not sure if you can see clearly. I'm trying to zoom in. I mean, a very tight pant, you know. He's dressing like a girl, you know. Look at the color of the t-shirt. Look how tight in his body. Look how short the pant in the you know, like down. It's really something, you know. He is not dressed like a man. You know, there's no. You look at look at the t-shirt or the shirt, how tight in his body, and how the pant is and how short it is. This is exactly how a girl she dress. This is not how a man he dress. So when he spoke about Sneeko, he offered himself to sleep with him. It's very highly possible that's true, but obviously he is into men too, you know. And we don't know if he is what they call them, the top and the bottom. We don't. I'm not sure what the phrase they use in the gay language. But in this one, it looked like he is the female, something like that, I don't know. This is something I noticed. You can agree with me or not, it's up to you. However, I hope that in the future, whatever government institute, they will not be electing their, let us say, they will not be elective in their justice. So if you are really against such a kind of people, then we need to ask many questions to all those governments in the West. First of all, why you allow prostitution? If you are against human trafficking, and you know that prostitution is heavily about human trafficking, why you allow, how come this guy was able to function, living in Europe, get paid, which means his crimes is going through transaction of money by banks? Shouldn't we go after the banks who allow such a transaction? Why banks, they accept and they allowed payment to be made through human trafficking business? This is not only just a guy, it's a whole system. It is supporting human trafficking. Because if this guy, he could not make a penny, he would never do what he was doing. The whole point of this is money. So why he's allowed to open bank account? Why is allowed to, why they allow porno websites to make a legal account? How it has become legal? So we have to point our finger that the government is a partner of the crimes, because they allow it, they legalize it, they promote it, and they think, they claim that they are going after those wicked, when the fact they are part of the wickedness, because such a business should not be allowed. And you know, and everyone knows, that women, they work in such a business. They are lured into it. This is not a normal business. This is not even a humane business. This is animal business. Everyone knows that when you do this, you lose your decency. You lose your respect. But we promote it to the point we call someone a porn star. He's a star now. He is not in the hole. He's a star. So we take him from the shithole, excuse my language, and we make him a star in the sky. So the society promoted porn, the society encouraged it, the government facilitated, make it legally happening. Otherwise, all those websites, they can be shut down in 2 minutes. Or what the government do need to do, just say it's not legal. So it is the fault of the society. They don't force politicians to do what should be done, so you can protect your girls, your daughters from such a garbage. But what you can do in the world, where if you are a whore, you are a star. This is the new word. This guy is a whore. His brother is a whore. The world praised him. Whoever praised him is a whore. And he try always, and his kind, to make themselves targeted because they have political view. Well, all of us, we have political view. I speak many times against Trump. But what Trump he can go after me for? What he can do? What the maximum he can do? So always they try to wash themselves from their crimes, saying I am targeted because I speak out for this person or that person. It can happen. It is possible. In fact, I just mentioned, how come they go blind in others and they don't go blind in this? So it's true. But that will not change the fact that you are wicked and criminal. And you are a whore. And I hope that this guy, he will not go only to court in UK. Because UK court is a joke. I mean, what is the penalty for such a thing? 2 years in jail? 5 years in jail in UK? I mean, this is it's going to be like a butter and honey for him. But a jail in the US is a different story. At least 20 years for a child pornography. At least. And then if you add the rest of the crimes, this guy, he will stay for life if he live. So let us see what will happen. But as I wanted to share some of my thought about what's happening here. And the child pornography changed everything for this crimes against this idiot. And I have no doubt, actually, that he is so low to go that far. I mean, obviously, they have no ethic. And what a child for them. A person who follows Muhammad, he is a child molester anyway. You can't be a Muslim and you claim that you are against child molestation. You cannot. Because the second you say, I am against it, that means you're against your prophet. Your best man is a pedophile. Your best man is a criminal. See, they are going after the guy for 14 years old, supposedly. As I heard, I don't know that number exactly. Muhammad, his wife is 6 years old. Muhammad allowed Muslim men to marry even 1 day old. There's no age. And you decide when you are going to do the boom boom. So you can marry her when she's an infant. In fact, if you go to the books of the Shia, you will see it says that it's not a problem if you put your private part between the legs of an infant. If you don't believe me, I can show you. This is Al-Khomeini, the founder of the filthy Islamic regime of Iran. And this is the book of Tahrir al-Wasila. As it is, issue number 11. Speaking about effing the wife from her anus. But then he continued in issue number 12. He said, it is not allowed to F a wife before she complete 9 years old. If you do the effing continuous or from time to time. However, all kind of sexual enjoyment as touch with lust, hugs with lust, putting your penis between her legs, all of this, no problem with it. Even with the infant, you see in yellow, that is the word infant. Let me see if I can translate this statement for you so you can read with me in English. I use the option of Google to translate, even though this is an image, but it's possible with Google. So you will see here, talking about effing a child, actually, you see, we can highlight. And then we can go down to translate, maybe better. So he is talking about effing a child temporarily or like for, not to continue, touching with desire, embracing and thigh rubbing. There's no harm in that, even if you do it with the infant. Infant. We are talking about a wife, which means you married an infant. He's talking about who? A wife. The wife is who? Is an infant. So you marry an infant, but listen, Abdul, you have to wait until she is 9 years old, So you can F her. However, you're horny, all right? And you can rub her, you can rub your penis between her legs. Infant. However, if you F her before the age of 9, it's okay. It's sin, but it's okay. All right? This is Al-Khomeini, the founder of the Islamic government of Iran. Intercourse with an infant is okay. It is sin if you do it. However, if you just put your penis between her legs, it is not sin. It's your right to do that. You can touch her everywhere. It's not sin. If you F her before 9, it's sin, but it's okay still. There's no penalty. We are talking about infant. So Andrew Tate, he is in the right place. And when the Muslims, they speak about Andrew Tate, how hypocrite you are. When your prophet himself is the biggest pedophile in the world. So we are in a world where the wicked is being called the star, the wicked is called celebrity, the whore called celebrity. In the old days, if you are an author, if you are a philosopher, if you are a doctor, if you are an engineer, if you are an artist, in the modern day, this is modern day, those are your celebrity. You people are screwed. Sorry to say to you, whoever believed that this guy is a celebrity, you are a piece of shit. Excuse my language. Whoever consider this guy, whoever he believe he is a fan of him, you are a piece of shit. In fact, shit is more useful than you. Because if you are a fan of him, that means you are a fan of what he do. Which means you are a whore. Which means you are a pervert. Which means you are a liar, a scammer, a criminal. This is what fan mean. This is why when I made the last video about this Alina Habba from Iraq, the lawyer of a Trump, when she said, I'm a big fan of you. And one of the comment, by the way, he says, it's not clear if she's saying she is a fan of Trump or him. You stupid idiot. She's talking to him. What a fan of Trump. Another guy in the comment, he said, okay, so what? This is how long ago? This is a long time ago. This is not last year. And look how hypocrite those who support Trump. How come you go crazy with Tucker Carlson? You want Epstein file, which was 20 years ago. But a year ago, this woman, she is supporting this wicked man. And you say it was a long time ago. A year ago, long time ago. Epstein is not long time ago. You want to know. Because Tucker Carlson told you. We want to know. Right? So they use this Epstein to ignite the crowd. It's a tool. They don't care really. I mean, the same person, Tucker Carlson, who is supposedly so much want to know what happened in the case of Epstein. He's the same one who support this wicked. Same as cow dance. The same woman, she insists she want to know what happened in Epstein. She support this man. You see how wicked they are? At the end, I have to say that now I have no doubt that Andrew Tate is a homosexual. He is wearing literally women clothing. You can order it online. The same pant, the same t-shirt. That's why the t-shirt hardly fit on him. This is why the pant is so tight on him. This is, who is he? He's a gay. And the funny, he speak against gays. but his clothes exposed him. Why a man would dress like this? Leave your comment and tell me what do you think. I hope we cover some good things about those wicked people. And even though they are wicked, but it's not pleasant to talk about this kind of people. But sometimes you have to, we have to admit we have garbage. And we have to address the garbage between us, Somebody have to clean the garbage too. Thank you very much for watching. Leave your comment and let me know what you think.